anti-constitution.
Mr. Sabharwal,
How it is
do you sell civil war in Mohabbat ki dukan?
We believe in Mohabbat ki dukan, and we believe that whenever there is a change, some amendment in the bill, we should call the stakeholders. We should sit with the stakeholders. Earlier, farmers suffered, GST suffered, lot of amendments the government does later on. We should talk to the stakeholders first if we are doing something for the welfare of them. Why the government is not talking to them? They should talk to the minority people.
Mr. Sabharwal,
they should sit with them.
Mr. Sabharwal, first of all, explain to us what is civil war. Is there place for civil war in a democracy?
No, we don't believe in civil war.
If you don't believe, why were the Congress leaders there? Why did the Congress join this protest called in by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board? There were many other people there. The ruffians were there. People who say this kind of stuff in the name of protest. Why did the Congress not withdraw support? I haven't seen any comment from senior Congress leaders.
They should talk to the stakeholders first. Before bringing any bill, the government must talk to the stakeholders. I don't know why this government is not listening. With the farmers, they have already taken the lesson for the farmers issue.
Mr. Sabharwal, एक बात बताइए, जो JPC consultation हुआ था वो क्या था? वो stakeholders नहीं थे? What were they? Foreign entities who came here?
Oh, you're twisting. No. You are twisting the facts, No,
I am twisting the facts. I should be ashamed. सब गलती मेरी है कि मैंने आप लोगों को यहाँ एक सवाल पूछ लिया. इस तरह ये constitution, this version, have you read that talks of civil war if your demands are not met?
Pranesh, let us not mince words. The Constitution does in fact cover civil war, but only in the sense it allows you to punish people asking for civil war by letting them rot in jail. Thus, your right to protest, like Sharjil Imam found out, does not include in blocking chicken's neck and separating Northeast from Bharat. The same way the Jinnah school of thought, which says either I'll have a divided India or I will destroy India, that might have worked under different circumstances in 1947. Today, if anybody threatens the parliament, the will of the people, that if you bring a law, a just law, a much needed law, in fact, the law is not strong enough, it should be stronger. I personally believe the Waqf Act is only halfway there. We need to abolish it, set up commissions on all the lands usurped without documentation, lands taken over by the so-called user doctrine, unknown to property law, should be returned. Laws in which you have squatted should be returned. Genuine Muslims who have suffered, because they are also suffering, there are multiple complaints against the Waqf board. They need to be compensated. So we need a massive overhaul. This is merely a step towards it. But the problem is those who have vested interests in destroying the Constitution.
Right.
Those who believe Article 370 will remain in perpetuity, where they will govern Kashmir by their own means. Those who believe that Uniform Civil Code should not come in. Those who believe that a Shah Bano judgment deserves to be overturned. Why should a Muslim woman get compensation? Of course, those who want to use law to acquire property, to squat on property, to become a state within a state, they will threaten civil war, and the Constitution provides that all these people who threaten civil war or violence should rot in jail, period.
Professor Anwar Pasha, sir, I'm